You are listening to an all-new episode of the Model Experience podcast, live from the Model House.
The Model Experience is the #1 resource for models. Real models, real stories, real resources.
Visit themodelexperience.net to learn more, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Model Experience.
Go ahead. Let me hear those vocals, Ash. Hey! You gotta hear it when it gets to the high part.
Hey.
All right, let's start this.
Hi guys, we're back. Welcome back to the Model Experience podcast, coming to you live from the Model House.
And we're super excited. Okay, we know we're missing Rio right now, but it's a good thing.
And busy.
Booked and busy. I mean, big project coming up.
So today you have Lamaya Good, our super duper producer in the house.
It's me.
And of course, you know me, Ashley Runway. And then our special guest today is Grammy-winning artist, songwriter, innovator, legend.
Come on with it, Ash.
How y'all doing?
Bell ringers are waiting outside for
Yes.
you.
Right.
I just peeked out the window.
The back call has been put out. The bell call.
So your fans are strong.
Yes, I love my fans. I love them. I used to call them just supporters. I used to hate that word, fans. But now I've realized there are people that are just fans of what I do, and I have to accept it and embrace the fact that I'm doing things the right way.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
So speaking of doing things the right way, do you think that there's like a roadmap for what you're doing that you're following?
I think there is a right way for me. You know, I think there's a right way for everyone, and I've just realized and been able to come to grasp with what it is. And I think that's the most important part, identifying what is your purpose, what's your role, so that you can properly attack it.
So that's kind of like a formula for success, is what you said. Knowing what your purpose is, what you're here for, what you're doing it for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then
otherwise you can be working your ass off and just completely shooting in the dark.
Yeah. So working smarter.
Not harder.
not harder.
For sure. That's definitely it.
Yeah. Do you think there's like a formula to being famous?
Your intention. You know, it starts with your intention, because nowadays with social media, with all the different outlets, when people see you in photos everywhere, they can see the real. I feel like they know what's real, and they're very judgmental as well. So, you know, they can tell who's faking, they can tell who's real, and it's genuine. You know, once, you know, something is cool enough, that's when people start to follow it, when they want to do it, when they want to, like you said, innovative. That's the most important thing as well. Just got to be able to relate, you know.
So when I say innovative, I mean like very innovative. Because like when I first met you, it was the VR, virtual reality. I mean, what other artists are doing virtual reality with their albums?
Right.
I don't know. What made you get into that?
My personal passion for it.
so everything comes back to that.
Back to me. Like, I love the movie Ready Player One. Watched that so many times. It was like the movie on repeat in the studio, on mute, but just visually. So my inspiration with the music was that futuristic. So when it was time to match the visual elements to the music, the only thing that was in my head was Ready Player One. So I was like, we have to somehow figure out how to incorporate that same concept of futuristic, foreshadowing to what you think is gonna be. And that movie to me is just it, you know. No one wants to leave the house, too much danger outside.
Right.
I'd just rather chill here, throw the goggles on, and I'm there.
Right.
And we'll all meet there, you know. So I think that was just an innovative movie. We're gonna use that innovative.
So yeah,
this is gonna be the title of this
and it
podcast.
inspired.
Yeah, because you have to do the things that no one is doing, but they wish they were before they thought of it.
And that's important. That's what we keep trying to tell our listeners. A lot of them are young, aspiring models, aspiring talent, and they want to know, how do I push forward? How do I make my way through this? And it's like, you got to be innovative. You got to, like you said, be willing to do the things that other people aren't willing to do before they're willing to do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like trusting your instinct, I guess, and knowing who you are.
So you're like reinventing yourself. You feel like
all the time.
Every time?
Yeah, every time. And that's from studying Michael Jackson. That's from studying the past so that I can become the future. Really, you know, Michael Jackson, every time he put out a new album, it was a new character that people could hold on to, that they could be for Halloween, that they could reminisce and say, okay, Bad, he had the leather jacket. Thriller, he had the red zippers. And then, you know, you can actually go to different time lines.
Right.
Yeah.
Study the greats.
Yeah.
See, these are things we're trying to give you all the tips here.
Study the greats. Study the
That's
greats.
a great tip. So I know that you're obviously working all the time. You're on set, music videos, photo shoots. Do you have any tips for our listeners as far as being on set?
Yeah. You know,
On camera. Yeah,
for me,
set etiquette.
set etiquette, I feel like doesn't get, you know, spoken on enough. Same with studio etiquette.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's a lesson in itself. But I feel like I came up from behind the scenes, so that trained me for what I don't want to do and what I do want to do, from looking at, you know, the artist, and I'm here to do a service and they late, or they, you know, whatever it may be. So, you know, I feel like when it comes to set, you have to know that you're going to be there all day. You can't be the one complaining. You know, you have to be, you know, it's better to be a joy to be around in any situation. So anytime somebody sees you and they're happy to see you,
Right.
they're going to invite you rather than the other person, even if they might be more talented, because nobody wants to have that, you know, that vibe. You just, that negative vibe. So really just positivity, smiles, work ethic, on time, and the things that are real basic but get overlooked because, you know, people get
we try
full
to
of
stress
themselves.
to our models.
When did you start meditating?
2 years maybe. I think 2 years ago, and it was something that really was something that was let's just try it. What's that?
Right.
What they doing? You know, and it's representation for peace and just tranquility and serenity and open-mindedness and the, you know, limitations.
Has that helped you with like your presence or your energy or your performing or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that was like life-changing. I think it first started with yoga, right?
Yeah,
I think I was doing yoga first. And then it was like hand in hand, like yoga and meditation. And then once I became just engulfed in the lifestyle and realized that it was like a community, just like the gym. Or
something that's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it was like something that really took a hold of me to where I was in meditation classes.
He's a yogi.
Right? Yeah. He is a yogi for sure.
Even now, still, The only reason why I don't do more yoga is because these waves.
Right, he does. He'd be like, I just got here and I can't take yoga today, so I'm going to go work out. You know, but I think overall, too, just your frame of mind, like with all that he does, because he is very busy throughout the day. He has a lot of jobs going on. I think the meditation and the yoga help his overall lifestyle
I don't get
in general. Yeah, exactly.
It's impossible.
Centered, exactly.
It's impossible.
Ashley's like, I'm taking these notes right now because right now she got a lot on her plate.
But that's how it is. I think it's, you know, Kanye said it best: to whom much is given, much is tested. You know, like I'm trying to open up these new territories, these new businesses, and you know, just branch out from not only doing music but to doing acting and to
Scoring
doing
I
movies. You know what I'm saying? Being a family man and making sure I have all these different things, and that just becomes harder. Like once you take on another thing, like it's harder. It's like, okay, that's more. So now
On your plate,
Right.
yeah, exactly. The more you're actually balanced and aware of what is really what matters, like what really matters.
Yeah.
Like a foundation, a blueprint for prioritizing.
Yeah.
Basically. And that's a lot of our followers. I feel like they get overwhelmed too trying to make stuff happen, but it's like everything has to be a work-life balance though.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think so.
She's like
Just taking it all in. So, getting into character, what's that like? What's the process for you?
Man, it's separating Eric Bellinger from Easy.
Okay.
You know, it's
The
separate.
alter ego.
Right.
Yeah, the alter ego, because, you know, at the end of the day, I want to be as real as possible and not necessarily have these two different people and live two different lives. But when I'm going to 7-Eleven and when we just chilling or something at the park, it's definitely a completely different person that's on stage.
Right.
Sure.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
So when I'm
Sasha
getting
Fierce.
yeah, exactly. So when I'm getting dressed at home, it's like it's tough for me to figure out what I want to wear certain times because my mind frame is so big. It's not like let's go do that over there because what I'm thinking is crazy huge. So should I wear this?
Right.
Because my mindset just thinks so big, you know, like I don't believe in just showing up as just that guy. I want to be a character. I want people to remember me. I want people to dress up as me for Halloween.
But I think that's the brilliant part about you because most people can't make both coincide. Most people have, I mean, I know it's a struggle, but most people can't make it make sense where they're not some total fake character off stage. And so I feel like you figured out the key.
And I think
colliding
it's making sure it's what you love.
Yeah.
I really like the things that I wear. I think it's the craziest thing ever. I'm like,
every day. What do you mean? You gotta see him in the closet.
Bro, I'm too fly. What is going on? You know? So look,
not exaggerating.
Styling tips.
We need to get into that. Hold on.
Tips, I'll be trying to go as far as possible with still within reason, you know, because there's a limit. I feel like
is there a limit?
Yeah, I think there's a limit.
Okay,
I think there's a limit when it's just too far, like flamingos and stuff like feathers. You know what I'm saying?
So you're some flamingo for you. Okay,
you know, I know my thing. Like if I'm out here in a spacesuit, that's perfectly normal because everything I do is in an atmospheric vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it may be, it's because I thought it was dope. You know what I mean?
You jumped out the Tesla.
Yeah, it was all spacey.
Spacesuit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, snow pants, whatever it may be, it's because I think it's dope. And I think that's why people can still rock with it because it don't look like I'm trying. It don't look like I'm reaching. It looks like, okay, he's probably really rock with that.
Right. And you create this like world around it so it all makes sense. So it's not just like, oh, today I'm coming out as a spaceman, but I ain't got nothing that correlates with space.
Exactly. And
he makes sure it's like a cohesive world.
On the album cover, it's me in a spacesuit. You know, so it definitely is all a part of the branding. You know, I feel like me and branding, like I live it. I really live it, you know. So the brand has become just my existence.
Your life,
Yes, girl. And he really does be like, this is the craziest outfit every time he walks out the room. Just letting you know. Okay. So
you gotta feel it.
So
you
you're
gotta feel it and believe it.
Music videos.
Yes. Hiring talent.
Hiring talent. What's the number one thing you see girls especially extras do on set that's like a no-no? That's like a turn off or like won't get you booked again.
Right. Like, look at that face.
I think it's always bad. I think, you know what? I think the phone etiquette
is a big thing.
It's serious. Yeah, because I don't know. I just feel like you're here to do a job.
Right.
You're here to do a job. Get the picture off, get the selfie off, but it can become real distracting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, like people like, oh, can I take this shot?
And also if it's a track that you don't want anyone to hear or know about.
Oh yeah, that part is for sure. Like I'm looking at people when they, I might go to the back and just, and I'm like, all right, cool. He's just playing Bejeweled. You're not even here now, but
you
cool.
watch people from behind. So
for
that's
sure.
interesting.
I want to know what everybody's doing. I want to know what everybody's doing because I'm going hard.
Right.
So if I'm going hard and you over there doing nothing, it's like, all right, cool.
So you literally be peeping out the scene when you have like background or see you guys, you got to be listening. They watching at all times.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because you can always be doing something, but even in like on sets and in video shoots, being on the phone, not doing any, like you don't need to be on the phone.
Yeah.
Right. When you're it's like you're here for a shoot.
Yeah. So I don't know. I look at that, there's a time to take a picture. There's a time to not. I've been in rooms with Pharrell and people, someone took a picture of him and the flash went off, the sound went off.
Oh.
And it was like, you know what I'm saying? No. It was just like, and then no one seen them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's just
so it's just like, yeah.
Oh my God.
So professionalism is key, guys.
Yeah, just like, think of the old days when they didn't have phones, right? I know it sounds crazy, but just imagine the focus and imagine, and I really like to keep that in mind.
Delete the Instagram app.
For sure.
Like literally,
Yeah.
and that's what most of the time. That's what people are doing. They're just on their Instagram checking out stuff.
Yeah.
And like he said, there's always something you could be doing. And I know there's waiting periods when you're doing background work or even regular, you know. But it's always something you could be doing instead of scrolling through your Instagram. You could be talking to some of the people in the background, trying to figure out, making connections, making networking, you know?
Because you can see who wants to be there. You can always see. I always see the person that's doing something that I didn't ask them to do.
Yeah,
I seen that over there, even though I
yeah.
didn't say nothing to you. Oh, damn, okay, you went and got that bag, you went and did that, you went and did that. And, you know, the people that want to be at the top always get there because it's just,
They're doing more.
it's in their nature.
Yeah.
You got to do more than
Yeah.
everybody, for real. First one there, last one to leave. That's just the way it is. All the cliche terms, run with them. They ain't there in cliche for no reason.
Nice. All right. So, sorry. Segue back to your music.
Yep.
I just love music.
Yes,
So-
we're gonna.
Thank you.
All right. So, do you prefer songwriting for other people, or do you like to make it your own?
When I'm writing songs now at home or in the studio, I definitely only write for me
Right.
in mind, unless I'm given a specific task. 'Cause that's how all my songs and placements that I've got in the past have been, usually because I'm there to write a song for a specific artist.
Got it.
So it hasn't happened too many times where I've gotten married to songs like, I want that song because I go in
mine.
mind like,
Yeah.
I'm going to a Chris Brown session, I'm going to a Justin
Yeah.
Bieber session. So, you know, I think when I'm doing those things, that's a love that I have for that.
Yeah.
But then my stuff it comes with so much more.
Yeah.
But it took you a while to learn how to differentiate. Like, okay, this is their song. I'm going in
for
here. I can't get married.
And this
to
is
it.
this far in.
Yeah.
This is this far in.
Yeah.
So this is me speaking now, but
Yeah.
maybe this question 5-6 years ago, it was a struggle, you know, especially wanting to become this artist.
Yeah.
That-
I'm leaving you with the gold.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like you perform a song at the Billboard Awards and all these awards, and I'm over here.
It's like you had the baby for him. Like,
Yeah,
it's
right, and I'm
arrogant.
just watching it.
Watching it grow.
And nobody knows. It ain't no like books like back in the day when people go through credits.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it was just like a thing internally to be like,
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
the progression of this.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope to see that.
Do you feel like when you hear a song, you know a hit when you hear one, or does it have to
yeah,
grow
yeah,
on
no,
you?
no, I know.
Just like the outfit.
I feel like I know fast. Yeah, that's the thing, man. And the fashion thing, I think that just kind of came like maybe recently.
Yeah, you know, and
Cause I just be in
it's
my
so funny
own thing.
'cause
Like
we
I
just-
like it.
we were just talking about this. He's always had it in him. Like, even when we first started dating, like, it was an important thing.
By the way, they're married.
Yeah.
For anybody on this planet, under a rock that doesn't know.
Right.
But yeah, I think what he said recently, he's just coming to his own. I think with everything. I think over the progression of time, he's just taken in a plethora of wisdom. He's comfortable with his whole thing and what he brings to the table. So he just be like, that's cute. I'm wearing it.
I think that's it. Same for the music. I hear
Fashion is more
it.
accepted in the men
Then it
kind
is.
of
Yeah.
department now. I feel like
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
skinny
it's opened
jeans
up.
opened the door, and then after like we have boho men that like it's okay to be. It's not like that flamboyant. Like,
Right.
It's okay. Like,
Yeah.
Before
Just-
it was like
I think
I
so.
don't know, his hair's colored.
Right. Nah, it was definitely different years ago.
Yeah.
Time has changed. And I always bring everything back to like the meditation and like being, once you know who you are, like, and really are confident in it, and it's like nothing nobody could tell you. It's like, even if you didn't like this, like I used to do things wondering if people would like it. You know, I used to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I think they'll like that, so I'm gonna do that, rather than what I genuinely love and don't care if they don't like, you know. But that made me more confident, and people see that even more than if they don't like the outfit.
That's super knowledge right there, guys. That was just dropped. You kind of just gotta trust your thing, because it's easier to take an L when you just did what you wanted to do and what you feel in your heart, rather than taking an L when you tried to please somebody or you made an effort. It's like, man, I just did what I felt was in my heart, and if I took an L, cool.
That's how
At least
I feel
that
on
was me.
Instagram. Like, man, I hope they like it.
I hope they like this. All right,
You know
this
you-
caption, man.
Right.
This is
is
234 characters right now. Like I really went ham on
We
this.
know you gotta get out of here. We just want to
all
wrap.
good, yeah.
We have a few more questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's pretty much it. Any last minute tips for being successful? What do you
Yes.
think is
Yeah.
like a key factor in that?
What's the number one rule to success?
Man, the
If you had to
number
pick
one rule is your success isn't everyone else's success.
Come on now. Can the church say amen?
Okay, elaborate.
Okay, maybe what success is to you, like when you're happy
yeah.
in it and you're like, man, that's successful.
Yeah.
Some people might not see that as successful.
Wow.
Of course.
This is great.
You know, so you might see something just like one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
It's a concept. But to me, yesterday I was like, I'm at the top in the car by myself driving, thinking. You know, when you're driving, traffic high, and you know you think like, oh man, I can't wait. I'm gonna get to the top, to the top, to the top.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own perspective and their
Yeah.
own knowledge and their own idea of what the top is. To me, I'm so at the top. It's crazy.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah.
that's because to me, what
Your
the
definition of
top
success.
is having a family that is solid and rooted and, you know, deeply, you know, just solid.
Yeah.
And then also like being able to have a career that, you know,
You
I'm
love,
comfortable.
yeah.
I love. I have people that, you know, work for me. I have studios. I have ongoing businesses, and I have things in the pipeline that to me, I know what the trajectory of them is
Yeah.
before people have any knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, so to me, it's like I'm also factoring in the things that I know are to come. And I
Right.
would be a fool to expect anyone else to know the big plans that I have, because the same way that God didn't give them my vision,
Yeah.
they don't know what I already got on the calendar.
Right. I
You know what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
know what I got on the
So
calendar.
it's like, you
Yeah.
know, my success is like, I just want to continue to be able to let it
at it.
unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said that you had this like revelation when you were driving. Do you have good like thoughts or premonitions when you're driving?
Yeah, because I'm usually.
That's where you get the best
I get
stuff.
good
Yeah,
ideas
'cause
when
I'm
driving, 'cause I feel like your
usually-
mind's like in this certain motion.
Yes,
It
and then
is.
she calls me and shares them.
See, it's always good to have that too. When you talk and you conversate with people that are like-minded, it really blossoms into bigger things. You know,
Yeah.
when you think of them on
We
your
say that all
own,
the time.
they happen. You know, like, all right, cool, I got this idea. But when you have someone that you can share with, you know, and talk
sort of
to,
push.
Yeah.
and they
Push through.
piggyback on the idea and.
Not a yes man.
Yep,
Yeah,
not
not
a
a
yes
yes
man.
man.
But we
Ooh,
just talked
It's a
about it.
thin line and it's an important line.
It's a thin line and it's important.
For
See,
sure.
there's too much wisdom. We need another
It's a
like 5
thin
hours
line
for this
and an
one.
important one. You know,
Come
for
on
real.
with it.
Nah, I'm just in a great vibe and great moment in life, and it's the moment, it's the calm before the storm, even in this success that
Yeah.
I've, you know, I don't even want to say attained. I want
Right.
to say like decided on, like claimed.
Yeah.
You know,
You claim your success,
Yeah.
I would say.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I feel like you know what you want.
but most people don't. So I think that's a
I
good.
think most people don't know what they want.
Absolutely not. I think they
Yeah.
want what everybody else wants. That they think everybody
The
else
idea
wants
of success
is what everybody
The
puts on
idea.
Instagram.
Okay.
So they need to like separate themselves from all that stuff, detach and say, what is my roots? What is my foundation? What's going to make me feel good? If I attain all of this stuff, what is going to make me go home at night, sleep really good? And people don't do that. People don't know
Right.
what they want. They
Yeah.
want
It's tough.
What
It's
y'all
too
want?
because it's too far. It's too many steps
Yeah.
to know what the end is. It's way too many steps.
So most people won't.
Nah, because when you immediately think like, okay, this is what I want, they want it now.
Yeah, the steps it takes to get there.
Yeah, they want it right now. They'd rather spend 4 years thinking of how to get there right now
Yeah.
than
Right.
instead of taking the
Ooh.
4 years to actually get
Do
there
it.
and just be there in 4 years because that was the plan.
Yeah. Like I had a business coach that was like, all right, you want to be a millionaire? Divide that by 12 months, divide that by 4 weeks, and how much do you have to make a week? And so it was
Ooh.
like, all right,
Yeah.
that puts it into
Oh yeah,
Perspective.
That's,
That's
I
good.
know.
this week.
I already
good.
know. Trust me. Like
Yeah.
the way we do everything, this is like even deeper. Like I'm already like, I don't even want to. But just like 2023,
drop.
I'm already like thinking about 2023, like February. Like okay, if I do this, like that's how far
Literally.
out 2023. Like, but it's like, all right, I'm gonna just chill and pace it. Like, but that's how far out it is. Like,
Yeah.
it really is that plan.
Well, we thank you.
Sorry, yeah.
No, we're trying to be on your schedule.
Thank y'all, man.
No, thank you.
Go to the BET.
I mean, he's got things to do.
You're performing tonight?
I'm performing tonight, and yeah, it's exciting because, you know, you always look at BET and you're like, man, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm doing like multiple things, you know, so it's like, wow, okay, cool. It's all about God's timing. It's all about accepting the journey and embracing it.
Nice. Well, we're excited for you.
We
Thank
are.
Yes to come.
Yes.
Congratulations on all your success, your new
Thank
little
you.
one.
I know, having a Braxton Hicks right now.
Uh-oh.
But so yeah, we are excited. We thank you for coming out and sharing all of your goodies with us, guys.
Thank you guys for having me.
And-
TME. Hello.
I heard you would like to wear a TME shirt.
Yeah, I told her about when you went out. You were like, is it okay if I wear your staff shirt?
Why not? You know what I'm saying?
But he wore it with the outfit, like he was going out.
Yeah, like, you know,
It was
it's a
poppin'.
support thing. This is family, and I'm proud
And
of
it's
you
a
guys.
really cute shirt.
And really just going out, and doing your thing, just like this.
Thank you.
That's the only thing you gotta do. Just start. Just put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
2023.
2023.
All right. We're out, guys. Take all that info.
Yay!
Tuck it somewhere.
Yay! Put it in your pocket.
If you're a new model looking to take your career and portfolio to the next level, visit themodelexperience.net.